Hi, this is Jem from Survival Prepping 101. In this video, we will be going over the basics of setting up a bug-out bag and how to prepare bug-out kits for you, your family, and your pets. Packing your bug-out kit is very much like packing supplies and equipment for a camping trip, except with a few extra modifications. Let's start with the backpacks. When choosing a backpack, there are several things to consider: weight, storage capacity, durability, carry comfort, and accessories. For example, if you have a sleeping bag and tent, a backpack with extra tie-on clips would work well as one with a more padded frame to accommodate the extra weight for carry. Extra tie-on clips are also handy in that additional smaller clip-on bags and packs can also be attached and removed easily from the main backpack. A good quality functional backpack that is well fitted to the size and carry capacity of its owner is important as well. So, when purchasing a backpack for your children, for example, make sure their personal bug-out kits are the appropriate size and within the loaded weight capacity that they are able to feasibly carry. Special custom backpacks and carry bags for some pets are also available, as medium or large size dogs are also able to carry a certain amount of extra weight on a pet backpack. In regards to smaller pets like small dogs, cats, birds, fish, rodents, reptiles, or other such pets, make sure you have good quality harnesses and leashes for all leashable pets and adequate portable carry cages or pet carriers for them as well. Some types of pet carrier kits can be attached to backpacks via clip-ons and tie-ons. When prepping bug-out kits with pet foods and pet supplies, one way to reduce the primary loadout is to distribute the supplies among the family or each individual or member of your bug-out team, everyone carrying a few items each for any pets involved. Pets are family. You are all they have, and they need you for their protection and survival. Please don't leave them behind, and be sure to prep adequately for them, just as you would for any other family member. In any survival situation, there are 4 primary elements that are fundamental for survivability and well-being. These elements are water, fire, food, and shelter. It is upon these 4 elements that everything else is based and can be built up from these 4 basics. Let's start with water. Water is literally the water of life. Without it, no plant, animal, or human will last very long. When setting up your bug-out kits, make sure to include water. Recommended amounts of water per adult person per day is approximately 1 gallon for drinking. Water requirements will vary depending on level of activity and temperatures outside. For example, if you are engaging in strenuous or even moderate amounts of physical activity, the body will require a bit more water. And if you are in a warm climate or on a hot day, even without much physical activity, additional water will be necessary, and especially if you are also engaging in physical activity. Other recommended amounts of water include approximately 1 gallon for cooking and 1 gallon for cleaning. So, in total, approximately 3 gallons of water per adult person per day is a suggested amount. Also, your pets will need water as well. However, they can easily drink any relatively clean wild water that may be available along the journey, but be sure to include extra water for them as well in the basic bug-out loadout, in the case that clean wild water may not be readily available. Understandably, even 3 gallons of water per adult per day is a lot of weight, and it takes up a lot of storage space. So it is very important to have a good water purification and filtering kit system included in each bug-out pack. Do, however, include as much bottled water as you can in your bug-out kit, but not to the extent of creating a deficit in having adequate space in your backpack for the other important items included among the necessary elements for basic survival. In seeking a potable water source and using wild water along your journey to supplement your basic water requirements, there is a large variety of very portable and effective products that can be acquired for water purification and filtering. There are also various water purification and sterilization tablets available that can easily be packed in each bug-out bag. Some products, such as the Sawyer water filtering system and Life Straw, are ready-made equipment that can help with water filtration and purification should you come across any feasible wild water that can be gleaned for your water requirements. Please keep in mind that drinking wild water direct from the source, in essence, collected rainwater, water from streams, rivers, lakes, and ponds, vernal pools, and natural springs, still contain particulate debris, and can also contain many parasites and bacteria, which naturally grow in wild water. Always filter any wild water that is gleaned and boil it for at least 5 minutes to reduce or kill any bacteria and parasites that may be present in the water. And remember, filtering water alone does not kill potential parasites and bacteria in wild water. Filtering just removes particulate debris in the water, and it can sometimes reduce some of the unpalatable taste of some wild water sources. However, filtering water alone does not sterilize the water. It also needs to be boiled or sterilized to be safe for consumption. If you are unable to boil a potentially feasible water source, then you can use sterilization tablets especially made for water use to help reduce and kill the bacteria or parasites that may be present in the water. Also, when sourcing wild water, avoid water sources that are polluted or contaminated with heavy metals, poisons, and toxins. Filtering and sterilizing water will not remove heavy metals, poisons, or toxins from water. Make sure to have each person's bug-out kit equipped with both sterilization tablets and appropriate water filtering equipment. Also, practice using the technique in a non-emergency situation so that everyone knows how to use the equipment and items properly. Maybe make it an afternoon family backyard get-together or a national park outing, and have your family or team practice carrying and using their bug-out kits and the water purification techniques and equipment so that everyone will know how to use the materials in event of a bug-out situation. Practice carrying and wearing your fully equipped bug-out pack, and also regularly practice basic survival skills and techniques, and use your survival enhancement products and equipment. Such is an excellent way for you and your family and team to become familiarized with the process of bugging out, but in a non-emergency situation. Another fundamental element of survival is fire. Make sure to pack at least 2 types of fire-making items in your bug-out bags. There are a variety of items that can be packed, including matches, butane lighters, ferrous rods, and flint. Make sure your matches are waterproofed and kept sealed in an airtight, waterproof container. Lighters are also handy to have on hand, although they do eventually run out, so make sure you have alternate fire-making equipment packed in your kit. Another type of fire maker is a ferrous rod. The ferrous rod is essentially a small metallic rod and usually comes with a handle. It is made of a metal called ferrocerium. When the rod is struck by a hard and sharp object, like the back of a carbon steel blade knife, it causes tiny bits of the metal to become oxidized. The friction of the strike ignites the tiny bits and will burn at around 3000 degrees Celsius or 5430 degrees Fahrenheit. Use the ferro rod to strike the ignition particles into some fine, dry tinder, and the spark should easily ignite a small flame in the tinder. A flint firestarter is basically a piece of iron, either on its own or a knife or other metallic item as such. If you hit it with a sharp, hard piece of flint rock, which naturally exists in many places in the wild, the force and friction of the metal hitting the rock can create an ignition spark which can be directed into a nest of fine, dry tinder, and a small flame will ignite as the sparks hit the tinder. Practice fire starting and fire making skills with your family members and team so they will know how to start a fire in an emergency situation by using various types of fire makers. Also, teach them to be aware and always cognizant of fire safety rules. Young children should never be left alone with fire, so always practice age appropriateness when it comes to teaching and practicing any fire-making skills, if any. Even young children, however, can and should be taught fire safety awareness. Thank you for joining us in Episode 1 of our new SVP 101 series, Bugging Out for Beginners, Pets, People, and Preparedness. And remember to hit our like and subscribe buttons if you would like to get notifications and updates on our new and upcoming video series as the episodes are posted. And for all our fans and followers on Twitter and Instagram, you can always like and follow us there as well, where we regularly post various videos, photos, educational tips and techniques on outdoor adventuring, survival prepping, and emergency preparedness. This is Jem from Survival Prepping 101. Thanks for dropping by, and happy prepping.